I'm out on a Sunday morning just to check out a new fishing lake. It's called Thainana. Not to be confused with Nana Fishing Park. I did a video there a few weeks ago. That's in Bangkok. This lake is about an hour north of Bangkok, an hour north of Bung Samran. I'll leave the information about the lake in the video description if you want to check it out. When I got to the car park, I was greeted by a guy in a golf cart who picked me up and took me to the reception to find out about the fishing options. I didn't film inside the reception area. I don't want to stick a camera in somebody's face the first time I've ever been there. But from what I can understand, there's 5 lakes available. The first lake is the Amazon lake. This has got Arapaima in it, red tails and Dampaki, I think Paku as well. The price for the Amazon lake is 3,500 baht for a Thai or 4,000 baht for a foreigner. When I asked why there was a price difference here, they explained that you'd need to rent their gear as a foreigner. So if you are in Thailand and you've got your own gear, you should be able to get the 3,500 baht rate. The second lake that you can fish in is the Mekong lake. This is 200 baht a rod. It has Mekong, Siamese giant carp. He also explained to me it had rohu and julians in there. I saw some archer fish and some tilapia. The third option is a grapong lake, a Seabass lake. 300 baht per rod. You can take home free 1 kilo of fish. Every other kilo after that is going to cost you 150 baht. And I believe you have to use lures at that lake. There's a lake here for snakehead. What the guy told me, it's just a common snakehead. There's no blachado, the giant snakehead in there. That's 200 baht to fish that. And again, I believe it's lures only. 120 baht per kilo to take the fish home. And then finally, there's a tilapia lake. 100 baht per rod to fish the tilapia lake. 50 baht per kilo for the tilapia or 90 baht per kilo for the red tilapia, the blah tap tin. After finishing reception, the guy in the golf cart took me back to the car, got all my gear ready. I was going to go and fish on the Mekong lake. But before I get to the Mekong lake, I asked the guy on the golf cart to give me a tour of the lakes. I wanted to see the tilapia lake. I wanted to definitely see the Amazon lake. This first lake on the right, they've recently drained it down. They're going to do some work on it. The guy in the golf cart told me they're going to put a lot of striped catfish into this lake. Just past the first lake that they're going to put the striped catfish in, the blast away, there's a restaurant coffee shop. The next lake along, this is the Blagapong Lake, the Seabass Lake. And then the third lake along, this is the Mekong Carp Lake. It's huge, very, very long lake. You can see straight away that whoever set this lake up really took the time to do it right. Beautiful place to be, set up with bungalows all the way down the one side. Most of these shelters, these rooms are just free. You just pay the 200 baht and you go into any of the ones you want. But at the top end, there are bungalows that you can rent. You can only fish this lake from the one side. The side where the road is, where the golf carts go in, there's no places to fish on that side. And we're still going along the Mekong Carp Lake at the moment, but on the left-hand side, you come across the Tilapia Lake. This is where all the Thais are fishing today. They have, the guy explained they have a buffet day. As many fish as you can catch, you can take home free. Most of the Thais here are using whips. They've got a row of shelters as well, little salas for you to chill out in. The guy explained to me that the main species in the Tilapia Lake are the tilapia, the red tilapia, but there's also Esok and the Chinese big head fish in there as well. Coming up to the top end of the Tilapia lake, they've got these rooms for rent. They're set out with a two-story layout. On the bottom is the area where you fish from, and up the top you've got a small room, I guess it's a bedroom, and a balcony area. 1,500 baht to rent the room for a 24-hour session. But it's worth noting that when you buy the ticket at the front desk, those prices that are shown on the list, they're for 12 hours. So if you are going to stay for 24 hours, you'd have to buy the ticket for the fishing twice. And we're finally coming to the end of the Mekong Carp Lake to give you an idea how long that lake is. I'd roughly estimate it's half the size of Bung Samran, possibly closer to 3/4 the size of Bung Samran. Even if I wasn't fishing, if you lived close or it was convenient and you wanted to just rent one of the bikes and go for a cycle round, enjoy the lakes, enjoy the scenery, it'd be well worth it. And we come around the top of the Mekong Carp Lake. Behind the Mekong Carp Lake, there's two other lakes. This first one is the Arapaima Lake, the Amazon Lake. I explained to the guy in the golf cart that I wanted to see the fish in the lake, so he parked up, walked over to the lake, clapped his hands a few times, and all the Arapaima started coming over. He explained to me that the biggest Arapaima that they think they've got is 100 kilos, that'd be about 200 pounds. And the Dampaki at about 10 kilos, 20 pounds. The lakes and the complex has been open for 2 years. But during that 2 years, COVID hit, and most of the people who would be fishing at the Arapaima Lake for the 3,500, 4,000 baht price would be foreigners. So it's been really quiet for the last year and a half, the guy was explaining. But they keep feeding the fish, and they're waiting for somebody to come and take some photos. They believe the fish are bigger than when they took the photos a year and a half ago, and I believe he's right. How big? Well, we'll have to find out. For the red tails, when they put them in the lake, they put them in different sizes, 5, 10 and 20 kilos, and he's not sure how big they've got today. And he's got some packer in here, but they're not as big as the Dampaki. He reckons they're about 5 to 7 kilos. And over to the left, we didn't visit it on our little trip, but behind the Arapaima Lake, he tells me there's a Snakehead Lake, Blad Chon Lake. And then back to the Mekong Carp Lake at the top end. This is where the little bungalow houses are that you can rent. These are also 1,500 baht for a 24-hour session. And again, the ticket, you need to buy 2 tickets if you're gonna enjoy it for 24 hours. The Arapaima Lake isn't open 24 hours. You can only fish the Arapaima Lake during the daytime hours. I think he said it was sort of 8 in the morning to 6 p.m. But the other lakes, like the Mekong Lake and the Tilapia Lake, are open 24 hours. Not too sure about the Snakehead Lake and the Seabass Lake. This place is also a fish farm, but the guy explained to me that they only raise the walking catfish, the bladuk. I asked him if I could have a look in one of the rooms for rent, but he told me they're probably locked up. I should have got a key from the reception. But anyway, I asked him to stop and we had a look through the windows. Inside the room, from what I could see, you've got a sofa, a tiled floor, it's air conditioned, you've got a bed, you've got your own bathroom. Couldn't really see what was in the bathroom, but I guess it's a toilet, a shower. And then at the front of the bungalow, you've got your own fishing platform. Feel comfortable with at least 3, maybe 4 people on here. The one thing I did notice about the front of the platform where the houses are, they've put this frame and this shouter. I think it's going to get in the way when you're trying to cast your rods, so that could be a bit of a pain. And as I continue down, the rooms for rent end, and you've got these salas, these shouters. They're just a bamboo shouter, but they've been nicely done. They're big, spacious. I only had a few hours in the morning to check this place out. So I asked the guy to drop me off closer to the car park end so I could get back. And then we start getting to the other shouters. These are also free to use. You just pay for your rod ticket. These have been set out a lot better than the bamboo ones. They've got mains power, electric lights, a fan, 2 or 3 tables. Some of them have even got a bamboo bed in there as well. So the guy suggested I fish from this sala. He said it's close to the car park, close to the restroom, and pretty good for fishing. So I took his advice. So I'm in this sala, this hut. You can rent these, well, you don't need to rent these are free for anybody who comes fishing, but you can fish here for 24 hours. You have to buy 2 tickets. Every ticket lasts 12 hours. I've got mains power, light switch, fan, a bed, a couple of chairs and tables. There's a whole row of these salas all the way down there, and then right at the end, I'll show you on the video, there's some bungalows that you can rent, and they look nice. You can rent those little rooms for 24 hours. The same over there on the Tilapia lake. They've got some really nice sort of rooms at the end there that you can rent for 24 hours. The Arapaima lake, they told me you can only fish it for 12 hours basically in the day, but that's okay because they need somebody to be with you to help you net the fish. Really impressed with the way this place is set out. I haven't caught any fish yet. Probably won't catch anything, but man, it's set out good, I'll tell you that. And there we go, got my kind of standard setup. I'm using a size 14 hook today. What's that, about 2.5, 3-inch hook link, good swivel, a couple of beads, feeder brought here just because it looked really strong. I want to try that one out. A few beads, and then up to the stopper knot, so I can fish this on the bottom, and then I can just clip my float on there, and I can try this up in the water just to see what's out there and see how things work out. The guy told me this lake's about 5 meters deep, so if I'm fishing up on the float I'll probably go about 2 to 3 meters deep. Let's see what happens. So small and so bloody slimy. Another baby carp. Trying to land a fish and film at the same time on my own. Normally I've got somebody to give me a hand. This feels a little bit heavier. I think it might be a Mekong. your own. It's okay when you get little fish, but when you get a big one, you really need a bit of help. Hello. Okay, where's the hook? Let's have a look. On the roof of your mouth. There we go. Let's see if that's in film. This should be okay. Okay, yeah, something a bit different. Mekong. Again, quite a clean fish in comparison to some of the fishing parks we end up going to. There we go, first Mekong. Let's see if I can't get something a bit bigger or another carp. Thank you, Mr. Mekong. The food came super fast. I got a pad kapow moo with an egg and a cha nom yen, although it's pink and it's normally orange, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but we'll give it a go. Made the bread up, just ground bread. Made it up with a little bit of water so it sticks on the feeder. 30 baht for a small bag. I think it's 120 for the big bag. I finished my lunch. Might as well not waste the rice. So there we have it. Fishing in the margin resulted in a tilapia. Kind of suspected it would. Came quite quick though. Not a bad size. Be good for eating. I'm gonna have to go. This is the end of the session. Basically just came to check the place out and I'm quite impressed. I'll definitely be back sometime in the future. I was only at Tainana for maybe 4 hours in the morning. I had to come back into Bangkok and do some errands. But during that time I caught 3 baby small Siamese carp, 1 Mekong and a tilapia. Judging from the size of the fish I've seen, I don't think if there is monsters, there's not many in here. The average size of the Siamese carp seems to be about 4 or 5 kilos. And the Mekong catfish somewhere around the 15. They did tell me that there's a carp in here of 40 kilos, around 80 plus pounds. And a Mekong of 100 kilos, 200 something pounds. If they are in there, I would imagine they're few and far between. Finding them is going to be difficult. The average size of the fish from what I've seen on Google and seen for myself are a lot smaller than that. They also told me that there's Esok in here, Rohu. There's a Thai Esok, the Julian's golden carp. I saw the archer fish. I saw the tilapia hanging around in the margins. I caught a tilapia. But to turn up on a Sunday at a lake set out as beautiful as this and be the only person fishing is a treat. It was just so relaxing to be there. I think the Thais are out looking for the bigger fish, and that's fine. I get that. But if you're looking for somewhere to just chill out, catch a few fish, be on your own, you don't need to be shoulder to shoulder with people at Bung Samran on the common pier. This is a great option. Thank you to ICW, Ian Charles Watson, for suggesting this lake to me. Hopefully after seeing this video, you might be interested in coming down. We could do a bit of a social session here. Look forward to coming back to this lake soon. Thanks for watching. See you soon.